Okay, now that I have the plywood up so that I can attach the faux beams, it's time to make the faux beams. And here is the diagram. So we want the total to be 5 inches and 5 inches. So the poplar, I got a 3/4 inch poplar piece, is going to be fairly straightforward. It's just 5 inches, 5 inches wide. The 1/2 inch, and I use 1/2 inch because it decreases the weight. It looks the same. 1/2 inch is glued into the plywood. And the length of that is 4 1/4 plus 3/4 gives you 5. Okay, so I put this on this clamp here because otherwise all these clamps are going to flip over. Here's another clamp, so it's pretty smooth. And all right, have to use the long clamps so I can clamp to the bottom of the vise. And that is all she wrote. So got a pretty square, and it don't really matter. You'll see. This is in case it didn't go square. But let's see here, just out of curiosity, how square it is. See how close we are. Oh, that's actually good because. So it's a little, what would that be? A little less than 90, which is good because then like it'll spread out. It don't really matter though. There we go. All right, there it is. After I took all the clamps off, and it's solid. So the only thing is the width is just a bit more than this, so I'm going to have to join 2 together, which is a good opportunity to demonstrate. All right, we're back in here, and I just measured from that end to about there. And the reason is because I want to join 2 pieces. Well, I have to because this is 104 inches. So I'm going to make basically like a 105-inch beam joined together. And then the cutoff from the bigger side should fit behind us, but we'll see if my math. So here's what I'm going to do next. So you can see that I'm going to join these 2 together to get 100 and some inches. Because, you know, the angles are different here, which isn't going to be a big problem because we can persuade them. So what I really want to make sure is that the outer edge on the bottom is really nice. So beautiful, right? You'll see it'll look nice. All right, that's what we're going to do. So I'm going to flip it over and go to town. So now we are going to pocket hole one of the pieces, and so we're in like that. Yep. Okay, so here's what I got going on right now. I'm going to get this tight so we're good on top, and it really doesn't matter if you're good there. Where it really matters is here. So got a bit of a a notch, but you know, if you lift it up slightly, you decrease the deal, and it's just inevitable. We're going to have to do some putty anyways. So, all right, the pocket holes are in, and it looks pretty good, So you'll notice here that this is out further than this. So I'll show you, that doesn't really matter, because when you press it into place, it's gonna even out. But I am going to put one more piece of support just so I don't strain it when I put up the when I install it. So what I did now is I just put in 2 pieces of 1x1 maple. These are offcuts. As you can see, it doesn't really matter what it's like in here, but this is going to keep it stable, and I managed to straighten the top, I think. We'll see. It should pull it the way I've sprung it. I put pin nails in just because the clamps won't reach, and that's what we got. Okay, that came out pretty good. Just wanted a smooth surface for the bearing to ride on, which I'm going to do now. Route the chamfer here. Came out mostly good. This was the spot I was most concerned about, and it came out pretty good. So I'll just touch that up. I mean, the key issue is that this line is straight, and that looks pretty good to me. So I'm gonna fill this in now with some of my wood filler, and it'll really look nice. Oh. And we have some visitors. This is Lawrence and Betsy, who's, it's time for breakfast, isn't it? Oh, yes, it is. Is it time for breakfast? Yes, do you want breakfast? She does. And so does Lawrence. Yes, don't you, Lawrence? But let me show you this really quick. Turned out really nice, I think. So this is, so on one end, we got just a little bit to caulk, not much, it's good. I think it's pretty tight over here. This is pretty tight all the way, which I'm very pleased with. And at that end is maybe, you know, there's a little more. Let me zoom in over there. Okay. Yeah, there's a little bit, but it's pretty tight. So, And here's the finished product. Well, it's not finished, but there's the product for the afternoon. And I'm gonna put up the other side, I don't know, after I give the dogs their breakfast. And now that one's up. That didn't take much, and it's pretty tight on both sides. So I'm going to put on the primer because the drywall is not primed, and before I caulk it. So that's that.